Class is in session. The Brofessor is in. What's happening, y'all? We got Cody Rhodes. We got him at 6-star silver. We're going to go do some gameplay of Cody and see what we think of the Finish the Story Cody Rhodes. He is a focused technician at 26k, 6-star bronze. You are going to do 75% more damage with countdown gems, and purple moves are going to start with 2 more MP. Links, he's got the raw link, he's got the Rhodes link, the modern link, and the simple one gear. So let's go check out the revamped version of him. We're going to go first off with the triple sub move set. So we're going to hit the figure 4 leg lock. This is the big sub. Do 15 random gems, 525k for 4 turns. They're going to leave strength 7 gems on the board, multiplies. We got blue, which is the sleeper hold, 8 gems into green, and then the Gale Lock, which is choose 8 gems to make into blue. They're both 4 turns. They're both about 340k. They both leave immobile gems on the board. In terms of super sub, we're just going to try to buff up that green finisher sub as much as we possibly can. So green sub, any sub. Here you can also use a blue sub. Coach if you want to. If you don't have Rieger, you can also use anybody that just buffs the damage. This is also can go up to 100%. My Rieger is not 26k yet, but when he does, that will be a 100%. So there's still more damage that can be done with this. But if you don't have him, I think Stone Cold, one of the Stone Colds, adds 50%. So that's something that you can add to it. So let's go take Cody on the road. We're going to take him against Jimmy of the Usos of the Bloodline. And we'll go try a quick match against him. So with, this is a 6 MP charge. So you only need the 1 MP charge even when it comes to feuds. It's going to make green gems. So you're just going to have to match enough green gems to actually load your moves. And then hopefully it doesn't really matter if he breaks them or not. It's just going to turn them into immobile gems. What you just want in the end is having your green moves maxed out and going. He takes his turn. So this first submission, as you can see, we're going to do it for 3 turns. It's only 400 or so K, so it's going to do 1.2 million. This is the big one. Now that we've buffed it all up, it's going to do 1.23 million for 5 turns. 5 turns at 1.235 million. So it's basically 6 million over the course. It's random, so all you got to do is click it and let it go and do its thing. And then, so on this, you could put an all hearts plate to buff your green damage after this one. And so now you can use this one to buff the blue if you did not have the blue already buffed up. But what I would do actually is to create 4 blues, and if there is something on a yellow gem, you can break and make more yellows. Or sorry, on a green gem, you can make more greens that way. Let's put these down just like so. Make a row break. Now they're all filled up again. And he's not going to kick out of it anyways. So that was 3 subs. So usually 3 or 4 subs will do the trick against a 6-star bronze. All right, let's check out another move set. All right, so for these next 2 move sets, we're going to just put them in with some Fury 2s. And we're just going to throw them in there as we normally and casually do. But we're going to add 80% more gem damage here. This gem damage metal has another 26% right here. And then depending on which one we're using, which move set, it's either going to use one or the other. It's not really going to be using both, but we're going to put both Cody's, which makes, anytime you make multiply gems, we're going to increase our yellow gem damage by 100%. And we threw a KO plate on there. Whenever you break 6 or more immobile gems, we're going to increase our green gem damage by 150%. He doesn't have black moves, so the rest of that doesn't really matter. But that's what we're going to be rolling with for the next couple of movesets. So for the next moveset, we're going to put in the Scoop Power Slam. We're going to choose 4 columns to make into immobile gems. It's a 7 MP. They're all 7 MP charges. We're going to do the Alabama Slam, make 30 immobile gems into green. And then we're going to leave in the Gale Lock. Again, we're going to make blue submission gems. So, except the only difference really with all this one, we're going to do a bunch of damage, throw down the sub, do some more damage, throw down the sub. So what you can do with this one is put on the All Hearts plate, and that'll do a lot more damage once you go through it and do this. So we can actually probably do that right now. Hold on, I'll quickly put on the plate. So the All Heart plate is now been put on, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to buff up the immobile gem damage and green gem damage. So the All Hearts plate will add 100% for 2 turns on top of that. Green gem, immobile gem. You're going to need Santa at 17k, which I don't have yet. Hopefully we have our Christmas in July coming soon, so hopefully that'll change for me, and hopefully that changes for you. If it doesn't, you might be stuck having to take this out and start with a green MP, kind of like Rieger before, but another green MP, so that way you can start with this ready to go turn 1. I'm going to show it as if I have Santa Hogan at 17k, so you get an idea of what you can do turn 1, starting feuds and other things. So drop down the submission gems first off. Let's make a bunch. We're turning these into greens, yes? We're turning them into blues. Well, thankfully I still made blue matches. Definitely wasn't paying enough attention there. But our blues are ready to go. And now it's our green gem damage that's ready to smack. So our greens have been boosted. Now they're doing 113k. And now this is going to set off our next KO plate. And now our green gems are doing 177k. We're going to turn 30 of these into green gems. Completely fill up our sub again. And that did about 6.5 million. And he's unable to kick out. And then we're completely loaded again, hit the green sub, make the blue gems, and we go off again for another one. All right, last moveset. All right, so the last moveset's probably the easiest one. We're going to bring in the 2 yellow moves. We're going to do the drop down punch, and we're going to make 7x1 area into 1-turn countdown gems that are going to modify 1.3 or 1x3 into gems of strength 7. And then the Crossroads, which is going to be a choose 6 gems into green gems. And then the Cody Cutter. So we're going to make 24 multiplies into yellow. So we want all our yellow gems and gem damage to bust and go with this. Entourage-wise, we're going to just try to load up on yellow gem damage as much as possible. So since there's 6 MP moves for the yellow moves are going to start with 4 more. So we're set to go turn 1. And then Cena can be used here. Anybody with yellow gem damage, you can even put in a Matt Hardy, so you can get the 2 times plus and the multiplies. Any way that you want to buff either yellows or multiplies is going to work. This is how I'm going to do it for our preview here today. So that's how I would run him. And you're going to see sort of just how hard he hits with his plate going off. So last time around we got to see with the All Hearts and with the KO plate just how hard he can hit, 6 or 7 million, and then it recycles. So this time around, choose the 7x1. You pick whatever row you want to. Don't really matter. And because you're choosing 6, which is a good number to choose, you can actually just make a pretty easy, hopefully not cascadable 5 match on the top row. You make a swipe, even with the cascade, boom, now they all come down and hit. And so if you think this is going to last more turns, you are more than welcome to put more yellows, more of the countdown gems on the board. Otherwise, we're just going to turn these all into yellows. And then we are going to do, if we get a good cascade and things go well, so that did about 14.5 million, brought down to 13. So you can see how easy that one goes. It's pretty quick, pretty fast, and pretty deadly. So that's Cody Rhodes. That's the preview that I have for you. 6-star silver with all the bells and whistles. Let me know what you think in the comments. As usual, do the like, do the share, do the subscribe. Thanks for coming to class. Brofessor out.